Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, for those of you who have just joined us, we are creating a builder unit that can construct fighters and small ships. Well, quite large small ships, but yeah. So we've got an internal area that can be accessed via this hangar. All ships being created by this constructor will be built on the inside using Manufactories or equivalent. So could use the shipyard mod, things like that. This is not supposed to build massive ships. We are going to build something else that will build massive ships that hopefully will not be so much of a strain on us as the Scarab was. The Scarab being the massive space station I built last series. So, this is like a side-off series. Hardcore is a side-off series, so that doesn't count. This is series 2, even though it's my third one. Anyway, right. So we have the hull completed, we have the hangars, well, we have the hangar doors completed, and what we need to do next is we need to start building the production facilities, because that will be much more helpful, and also start building some nanite factories there, because nanite factories are useful even if we decide to go for somewhere else. So what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that this conveyor is ready, is attached to the station, and I actually need more steel, don't I? Yes, more steel is required. You must construct additional pylons with steel. Right, so I've also set one of the assemblers to go automated in steel, so we should have quite a bit more steel than we did at the end. Well, it took a lot of steel to weld this thing, and I ran out. So instead, we are going to, produce some more. So now that we've got that in place, what we can do is we can go to the capital ship, go to the hangars. I've attached them to hangar gate, so it's easy to do things, and marvel at the wondrous door that opens into the very black area, but it's not actually black due to how lighting works in this game. As you can see, I've gone for the artistic approach, because that's apparently what people do these days. I've been told I need to make things more artsy, and so I will try to do that, fail, and then go back to my roots in making things look rubbish, but working. This doesn't look rubbish, by the way. The capital ship that has tons of guns on are yellow. I don't know what colouring is, but I'm sure I can figure that out. So, the final thing that we need to wish is that this doesn't deconnect the entire ship, because that would be pretty bad. It means I'd have to do a ton of stuff by hand. Let's try. Are we still connected? The way to tell if we're still connected: put a light armor block down, and then wait for the nanite factory, which is somewhere there, possibly up here. Yes, wait for the nanite factory to get into action and weld it. If it doesn't, then we have disconnected from the ship, which is not that good. I think we've disconnected. Oh well. Right, so now that I needed to do that so that I could start with conveyors and stuff, but the way that I'm going to fix this is I'm going to get the attack drone, or the drone for now, that's what it's being called, move it backwards, and we're going to park onto the massive floating, I don't know, ball. Well, it's not really a ball, it's more of a no. Wouldn't be a spheroid either. I'll come up with a name. But it could look like one of the fuel pods from Homeworld. Right, go up a bit. Right, and park. Now luckily we don't have any damage to engines and things, so what I can do is I can just go up, accelerate this thing up, go down, and slow myself down. This should give me enough room to do my work. Perhaps it wasn't connected in the first place. Anyway, so we can get rid of this, we don't need it. What we need to do is we need to place a conveyor here, which requires me getting some interior plate. I'll have like 20 20 might do for now. We need to place a conveyor junction here, and then we need to replace the connector. And then, oh, we need a reactor, don't we? Yeah, I knew this was going to be annoying. Right, we need to place a source of power. Right, how does one do that? Right, we're going to need everything that we need for a small reactor and then build that, because lovely build menu to open. There we go. Right, reactor. We'll build bigger reactors later when we've got the nanofactories assisting us, but for now, this will have to do. So I need metal grid, steel tube, well, first of all, 100 reactor component. That should be quite easy if I've still got reactor component. Didn't I run out? Oh, right. You have some. Good. Well, up. We need 25 computers, 6 motors, a bunch of other things. Of course, you can't go in there. You have to go in here, because we've got lots of stuff in here. I don't even know what's taking up that much room. It's probably the thruster components. Yeah, that'll be a smart idea. 25 for that. We need, right, 20. I'm just gonna grab things because that's the easier way to do things. I also need construction component. I need motors. Right, that should be everything. No, I didn't do anything. Right. That should be everything. Weld up. I need a piece of uranium. Doesn't matter where from. Good, right, now that's enabled again. What we need to do now, get in the attack drone, wherever that thing's gone, over here. We need to go down until this thing gets into a locking position. I don't want a viewpoint from here. Oh god, yeah, right. Going down. Right, we've locked-ish. Good. So I can get off of there. I need to access the control panel, which I can access from here. Control panel, connector, lock. Right, there we go. Everything's locked. That's good. And now I can jump in here and detach. Right, I'll leave you to be flung off into deep space, though you're not really being flung off. What I should do is probably turn on the antenna, otherwise I might lose. No? There is an antenna, but it's not displaying anything, but it does when I'm inside. Cargo drone. Attack drone, rather. Right, enable antenna, that's good. So, now we should have nanite capabilities, so that's welded. Excellent. Right. Now, the way that we want this to work is we want the ship that's being constructed to be here, kind of from the mid to lower section of the vessel, if you get my drift. So we want all of the production facilities on the top. So, let's get another toolbar so that we can use this. So, what we want is we want some advanced refineries, and we want some advanced assemblers, wherever those are here, yes. Now these require alloy plate. I believe we have some. If not, then that's going to be slightly problematic. So, what we need, actually what I would really like first of all, is I'd like a connector here, since we're going to need one anyway. Probably not in that location, but you get the point. So that I can access inventories whilst I'm in here instead. Yeah? So for the majority of this, I'm going to be stood like this, which is upside down. Right, alloy plate. We have... Oh, that's where the volume... I don't know what just happened. I probably hit the start button. Alloy plate. Right. So you see, we've got a lot of alloy plate. We've got all the alloy plate we will ever need. Because I went a bit hog wild with that. Probably should get rid of some of it so that I can have everything in one inventory, but oh well. I'll take like 100. We're not going to be placing 100 things, but it sure does feel like it. So, we need 3 things. We need assemblers, refineries, and cargo containers. These should all fit within a 3 height, if that's how you call it. Yeah. So, which way does this go? 3? No, that's... Right. So, the advanced refineries have a 3 height thing, like this. They're 3 high. However, they have connection points elsewhere, so we're going to really use this way. Except that you've got connection points there. We'll place the refineries like this, because it's going to be much easier for me. Or in fact, we could place it like this. Which would be even much easier for me. Right, I'm just going to start placing things. I'm going to disable the nanite factory from interfering, because otherwise I'll, curse myself later. So let's see how many advanced refineries we can fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we can fit 7 advanced refineries there. I think that's going to be all the advanced refineries we will ever need. Okay? Ever. In the history of ever needing things, this is, it. Now, we're going to do a module count, so that's 1. Okay, so every 2 of them, that's fine. So 2, 2, 1. Okay, we have an odd one out. That should be fine, I think. Possibly. Where is the center, actually? That is a good point. I don't think there is one. I think we've got a... we don't have a center. Okay, well, that's going to be slightly problematic. No, we do have a center. Right, give me a second. I'm going to work out where the center is. Oh no, it's going to be here. Right. The center is going to be here, so we don't need this. Essentially, what we have is, if I place down a conveyor junction, bring this along here, and then another conveyor junction. No, we don't need one. Get a curved conveyor, flip around this way, bring it up here, conveyor junction, put those there, and then everything's connected, which is good. I'll probably do the same here for a... no. That'll be fine. We will add redundancy later. So, those are refineries, which we have a stupid amount of. No, because that's not going to work either. I've got an idea. How about we have 4? I think most people will agree that having 4 is sane. And these things are stupidly fast, so it doesn't even matter. Good. Okay, next thing that we need is we need cargo area. We need cargo containers. So, again, I'm just going to be doing exactly the same that I did before by placing them randomly. Now, what we really want is for this to be on the barrier, because symmetry is everything, so that's fine. I'll duplicate what we've got for cargo over there, because we're going to need a lot of cargo. We can then place some cargo containers back here, and then what we need is we also need some conveyor tubes here, and for redundancy here, even though that's not going to help for redundancy. What's going to help for redundancy is placing them here, so that we don't lose connection if this cargo container kicks it. Right. Add these guys here. Flip around. Good. Now the thing that I need to do is I need to connect this to the refineries, which is, quite easy actually. No rotations involved. Well, technically there was one, but yeah, that doesn't count. For redundancy's sake, just in case this one gets destroyed, I will place one here and here. Excellent. This orc camp has been destroyed. If you get that reference, then good for you. Right, next thing. We need to, well, we're going to duplicate that later. And then the last bit that we need to do, which is going to be over on this section, is the assemblers. I'm going to need to place diagonal from that. Okay. I'm going to need to place a thing here so that I can tell where everything is. Is that correct? Yeah, that should be correct. Verifying. Good. And good. Right. That's in the correct location. So, noting, gravity will be this way, so everything's on the roof. Remember that. Alternatively, we could have gravity this way, which could be a good way of doing things, or it could be, well, could have no difference whatsoever. Right, I'm just going to add these guys in, because otherwise I may go a bit insane. Well, more insane than I currently am. Place that guy here, then we need connections, we need one here, and one here, one there, and then need to add some more connections here for redundancy. Good. Noting that it's probably going to take the nano thing, I forgot the name, Nanite Factory, a bit to be able to weld all this together, but once it has, then everything shall be dandy, and we can actually retrofit, or rather upgrade the main attack ship so that it is, well, so that I don't need as much stuff in the center. We can use it as kind of a transport, maybe, like personnel transport. Okay, so now here's the fun bit. We get to place assemblers. Now, the bottom of the assemblers don't care. Like, it doesn't matter whatsoever. What is there? So you need a place like this, right? No, place like this, right? Because we need a connection point on either side. So from here we go this way. Okay, that's not going to work. So get rid of this, 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 and this. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, so we need to get rid of this one as well. Head back over here, because we need the assemblers like this. Continue, yeah. See, there is an odd... Oh. I've done something wrong. Definitely feel like I've done something wrong, because that's not in the right area. Oh, God. Right, so you've got a 2-block gap here. Sorry, I'll be back with you once my sanity is returned. So this is the center, yeah? Right? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Duh. It is. Never mind. So, we'll just say that I did nothing wrong and never talk about that again. We'll also go place assemblers here so that we have about 12. Yeah, 12 assemblers should do, because what we can do, some of them will be tasked to certain high requirement items such as steel and construction component, whereas some of the others can then be slaved to producing things that we're low on. No, because we're going to need more. We're going to need more assemblers. Okay, well that's going to be fun. What's also fun is that these guys are not going to have all of the modules. Ugh. At some point, I will get this right first try. We need to move it back this way, spin it around, put it here. No, not there, but you get the point. Move this one, because it's not needed. Flip this round. Placey, placey, place. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because we're missing out on upgrade slots, and we need efficiency rather than, you know, just having a ton of assemblers. Even though having a ton of assemblers is what's going to happen. Place one here, and then we need to flip round. There we go. My neighbours are yelling. It's kind of, well, it's not entertaining, but it is, there's no real way to describe it, so I'm just gonna not describe it. Right. Last thing that we're going to do is, because I don't think we have enough assemblers, because, hang on, there's an easy way to check. We can go capital ship production. So we need, we can't do, so anything not modded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, concept, Gatling gun, and regular, okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, technically have it as 17 because we don't want to mass produce NATO ammo, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right, only about 22 of these things. We've currently got 12. We need to build about 8 more. Actually, that's going to be easy. So what we want to do needs to be at this distance, right? Place one here, place one here, place one here. That's 3, and then we can place another 2, well, another number. So that's 1, 2, 3. This connector here will be moved to here so that it's actually in the center. So we can ignore the discrepancy there. Yeah, good. That should work. All we need to do now is hook them up to the network. Right, so we want to extend this way, and we want connection points here. We then want to extend this way a bit more. Then we want a tilty. Well, no, we don't. We want this. We want another one, and then these go off here. And then we want another one, and these go off here. Good. Actually, yeah, we can get rid of this. Place a corner block. Right. So these bays of, well, the assemblers are now connected. All I need to do, well, all I am going to do is connect these guys to the network. And through here as well. Right, there we go. Everything's connected. The only thing that we haven't placed is modules, but that can wait. I'm going to get rid of this because it's not needed. We're going to move along here. We're going to place a conveyor junction, and we're going to place a connector. And now what we need to do, access the capital ship, go to nanites, and turn the construction section on. This is going to take a while to do, but it does mean that, get out the way, you stupid hanger, but what this does mean is that everything is within a 4-block height, which means anything below here, yeah, this area, so just above the middle of the height of the ship, we can construct things, which is pretty good. And then we can have a connector from... No, you can't do that. No, because that's not centered anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was thinking that this was the new thing, but it's not. As you can see, it will take a while. I can, in fact, speed things up, but I'm not going to because I prefer slaves to do my dirty work. Those slaves I am referencing are not human slaves, they are machine slaves. They don't have sentience, they just follow out a job. Therefore, it's not really slaves, it's more, you know, computers. Yeah, just remember, once machines gain sentience, don't treat them like computers, treat them like people. And not the way that you treat regular people, the way that you treat revered people, because they have the capability to destroy us all. The more you know. There we go. You can have a look as the magnificence of the manufacturing area, which I will still call it that because it's cool, is now being constructed. Nanofactories are the best invention in the history of space engineers. I would not be able to do any of this without rage quitting, or without the episodes taking 10 hours to do without it. And now, since we've got cargo containers and we've got refineries and assemblers, what we can do is we can move all of the cargo onto this ship. And then we need like a nanofactory at the least, which we will probably place here, along here. And they will be used to help with construction and maintenance and things like that. So, yeah, I should probably actually construct them. That would be a very good idea. So we want nanites. We need nanite control factories, and then I need the... I'll sort out the upgrades in between episodes. Let's just say that, because then I can get away with a lot of stuff. Well, when I say get away with, I don't really get away with it. I need interior plate. Really? Who uses interior? Probably these guys. Right, I need to access interior plate. Luckily, we've got connector points everywhere. Interior plate here. I can't. Why not? Oh, that's because your connection points isn't done. Interesting. You're not connected because those guys aren't finished. You're connected, aren't you? Because these ones have 6 connection points everywhere, don't they? Yeah. Okay, so that's weird. I couldn't access steel. Why can't I? Is there something wrong? Oh, it's because I disconnected this. Right. Okay. Oops. You not welding this up? Fine, I'll weld it up. Oh, it's probably because we're out of steel. Yes, that would be a good idea. I'll go get some more steel then, shall I? Production. Go to assembler 2, activate repeat mode, and steel plate. Okay, I'm going to have to get stuff manually because I did not think through my epic plan of adventureness. And that's not what you're going to call it. You're going to call it the Plan Omega. Actually, no, that's not what you're going to call it either, because that sounds, you know, stupid and not suitable for this plan. So, we've now got that, so we can place you here. Yes, this is going to be slightly problematic. I can move wires later, but basically I need areas where I can place upgrade slots. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. 8 upgrade slots out of the 16 total for each nanofactory. This will be fine, except I didn't place this one. There. Good. And then all I need to do is connect them to the network, which will be easy. Just have a thing as things are. Noting that these guys need upgrade modules, so that's not going to work. I'll figure it out later. Oh, they've been constructed. Well, they don't really need additional modules. They're only there for... Well, they're not there to build ships. Let's just say that. Okay, now once that one's done, what we can do is we can disconnect the ship, move it along a bit, and then connect it again, and then seal this hole, which should be good, and then that will be the end of the episode. So let's go get the lovely attack drone, who's been sitting out here guarding us from nothing. Right, as you can see, the constructor, which is now what I'm calling it, by the way, constructor is now its name, unless you can think of a better one. Yeah, the constructor is about the same size as the capital ship. Frigates, by the way, are capital ships. Super capital ships are the bigger ones, such as destroyers. No, not destroyers. Like mobile shipyards, motherships, flagships, carriers, things like that are super capitals. Or at least I'm using the naming mechanism in Homeworld because that is the correct one. Right. I need to move you away. Good. Seal this hole. Good. And now, the final thing that I need to do is find where I've just parked. Oh, it's over there. Yes, because I enabled the nav thing, so I can find it. Right. Okay, now, the fun bit is working out which direction... Okay. Right. Go down. As you can see, this thing is stupidly heavy now. And these are large ship regular thrusters as well. Disable that, good. Get out, and then lock the thing in place. As you can see, a lot more stuff here. I will add them to their respective groups between episodes. Lock. And there we go. We are locked in position. You can now just be on your merry way. Well, not too far. Also, I remembered to turn on inertia dampeners, because that would be pretty bad if I didn't. And then realised 5 minutes later where the hell the attack drone was going. Right, there we go. That will do it for today. We've got a ton of things that are now operational. One thing that we don't have is reactors. Those will be placed at the front and back ends of the ship. And then we'll have, on the sides, some method of building ships, be that more nanofactories, shipyard, blocks, and the like. Maybe even, you know, massive welders. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.